lights go out, we will be racing for the 2015 world title. It is just seconds away. 4 red lights are extinguished. We go racing. Arnaud Kozlinski, the Frenchman, rockets off the line. He leads from the second row of the grid. We've lost 1 or 2 carts out in the grass, but the French crowd is absolutely ecstatic because their boy, Arnaud Kozlinski from France, leads here in France in a French-made Sodi cart. The CRGs of Pex and De Conto are in second and third spot. It is a brilliant start by Ben Henley. He is in fourth, just ahead of the reigning Euro champ Flavio Camponeschi. Arnaud Kozlinski rocketed off the line. He leads up the back straight through the chicane for the very first time here at Le Mans this afternoon. Second spot is the CRG. Paolo De Conto runs a little bit wide. Ben Henley saw that. Flavio Camponeschi, the Italians all over the back of the Englishman. They come across the line for the first of 22 times here this afternoon. The crowd is erupting because their boy, the Frenchman Arnaud Kozlinski, leads, albeit only just from Paolo De Conto. Pex in at third. Henley, Camponeschi, Marco Ardigo. Can he make it 2 world titles in a row? He's in position number 6. There he is. What a start by card number 2, the reigning world champion. After he started the pre-final in position number 16, as we look at the replay of the start, Kozlinski right through the centre of the 2 CRGs, rocketed off the line. He still is your race leader, but he's under tremendous pressure from Paolo De Conto and Joret Pex in the 2 CRGs. Ben Henley, the Englishman, in the Mad Croc cart is fourth. Then it's the 2 Tony carts of Flavio Camponeschi and Marco Ardigo. He's on the charge. The big loser out of this is the Swede, Douglas Lundberg. He's gone from position number 3 back to 7th. De Conto at the inside, goes through. The Italian takes the Frenchman. The Dutchman, Joret Pex, watches on. Well, the big French crowd aren't so boisterous now because their boy has been passed not only by De Conto, but also Joret Pex. Kozlinski, is his moment of glory done, or can he respond? Paolo De Conto in the CRG is your new race leader. There's Joret Pex in second spot. Remember, he won the pre-final, started out of pole position. This is the end, or the middle of their third lap. They've already completed 2.5. Henley in fourth spot in the MC01 cart. What a brilliant start to this race. This has been quite exciting. We've got one eye on the reigning world champ though, Marco Ardigo. There he is in the number 2 Tony cart behind his teammate Flavio Camponeschi. Kozlinski, he's been passed by Henley. Ben Henley, the Englishman, is now in position number 3. Kozlinski tries to respond. Hard under brakes from 147 kilometres an hour down to 68, down from 6th to 3rd gear. Up through the gearbox, fastest lap of the race. Your race leader, Paolo De Conto. So we watch Joret Pex. In the other CRG, the Dutchman sits in second place. Ben Henley, he is the dark horse in this race. Sits in position number 3. New team for 2015. He's just been lurking in the top 5 all weekend. Now he's provisionally on the podium. Kozlinski, well, he made the best start we've seen all weekend, but the Frenchman in the Sodi cart, the manufacturer, desperate to win here this weekend. Their best driver is in position number 4. Then we go back to the other 2 Frenchmen, Iglesias and Abbas. There's a move on for 4th place. You can see Ardigo, cart number 2. There's Douglas Lundberg, side by side now with the other Sodi cart. Kozlinski's losing out. He's lost another position to Flavio Camponeschi. All the while, the 2 CRGs are skipping away into the distance, up the inside. Nicely done, under brakes. Cart number 2, Marco Ardigo. That's put him in position number 4. Remember, he had to start the pre-final from grid 16. You've never seen a more determined driver than Marco Ardigo. Reigning world champion. He won that title at the foot of the volcano that is Mount Vesuvius in Napoli exactly 12 months ago. He won the 2007 World Championship at Marienburg in Belgium. He also won a year later in 2008. He's a 3-time world champion, professional racing driver for the Tony Kart racing team. Can he make it 4th here this afternoon? Well, let's have a look because he comes across the line in position number 4. But he's 2.5 seconds behind your race leader, which is his countryman, the Italian, going through Paolo De Conto. He's already disposed of Arnaud Kozlinski. The Frenchman's made a brilliant start. Is his 5 seconds of fame over? Remember, 2009 was the year Arnold Kozlinski won the World Championship at Macau in China. Ironically enough, that year he was driving a CRG. What's leading? This afternoon, it's a CRG. Paolo De Conto from Treviso in Italy, just a few miles from Venice. Down the back straight, 6th gear, 140 kilometres an hour. Joret Pex, former European champion, in 2nd spot. Ben Henley is 3rd, then Ardigo, 2.8 seconds behind. As they come across the line, completed 5 laps. This is the start of lap number 6. Kozlinski is 5th from Lundberg. Jeremy Iglesias from grid number 11. The other French TKART driver is now 7th from Andrea Dale. Brilliant start by the Dutchman Bas Lemmers, also in a TKART. He's come from grid number 16 to be in 9th, 1 ahead of the Brit, Jordan Lennox Lamb, driving the Birol Art. There is Marco Ardigo from Brescia in northern Italy. Behind Benjamin Hanley from Manchester in England, the 30-year-old who reached the heights of GP2 car racing around about half decade ago. Professional driver with the Mad Croc team. You briefly saw number 20 Ricardo Cart of Rick Dreesen go through in position number 12. Let's check the times for you as they come across the line. Fastest lap of the race last time round by Marco Ardigo of 53.1. He's absolutely charging, but he's got 2.2 seconds to chase down the leader. Fastest lap, in fact, goes to the Dutchman Bas Lammers. Still there in 9th spot, behind Andrea Dale and 1 ahead of Jordan Lennox Lamb. The Finn, Simo Pulhaka, is at 11th, 1 ahead of the Belgian, last year's Euro champ, Rick Dreesen. Ardigo has disposed of Kozlinski. Remember, he started in grid number 10. He's now in 4th. Next in line is Benjamin Hanley. Well, can the CRGs hold on? I know we're only at 3rd race distance. But the question is, can the CRGs hold on? Can they pull away? Can they make it a 1-2? Can they win? Or can the reigning world champion make it 2 years in a row? It is a CRG versus TKART battle with the MC01 Mad Croc Kart, the angry alligator of Ben Henley, the Englishman, the fly in the ointment, because he is currently occupying the 3rd step of the podium. This is the 8th of 22 laps. Fastest lap of the race for yet another French TKART driver, Jeremy Iglesias. Sits in position number 7, as you briefly saw. Jeremy won the last round of the European Championships at Genk in Belgium. This is the back straight, 6th gear, 140 kilometres an hour before breaking down through the gearbox. 3rd gear, the final corner of the circuit. Paolo De Conto, former Euro champ, up through 4th, 5th, 6th gear. Head down behind the steering wheel, 147 kilometres an hour before hard on the brakes into turn number 1 and 2. Nicholas Nielsen flashes by. Oh, well, all this has been going on. Flavio Camponeschi has lost a heap of places. The reigning Euro champ is down in position number 14 behind his TKART teammate. Nicholas Nielsen is 1 ahead of the 4-time former world champ Jonathan Tonon, the Belgian. He's in 15th and effectively out of the title contention. But Flavio Camponeschi, we'll try and find out what's happened to the reigning Euro champ. We can just see him rounding the back part of the circuit. We focus in on our leaders, but Flavio Camponeschi's lost a stack of time, and he's down in position number 14. It is still a CRG 1 and 2. We have not yet reached half race distance. Henley, though, he's under attack from Ardigo. Ardigo is close enough to be in the slipstream. Watch the Italian under brakes. Not this time. Ben Henley's one of the most intelligent racing drivers in the world. Super experienced. It'll be a big, big job for Ardigo to get past, but he's got fantastic speed in that TKART. Henley, though, will not flinch. As we mentioned, he reached the heights of GP2 car racing. Professional driver, professional kart racing driver now with the Mad Croc team. Watch Ardigo under brakes. Henley does not flinch. He did not look behind, but he knew the Italian, the reigning world champion, was right there. He'll be able to hear that Vortex engine as Ardigo has a big look under brakes. Henley says, nah, I'm not letting you through. You're going to have to do better than that. And the Italian probably will. They come along the straight. to start lap number 11. He's in the slipstream. Watch Hardy go. Can he pull out into turn number 1? This is the final step of the podium. Hanley blocks the line all the while the two CRG drivers are pulling away. It is Ardigol. He's going to have to do a spectacular move to get past the Englishman to get on the bottom step of the podium. Then he's going to have to catch the Dutchman Jorrit Pex in second. Then his countryman Paolo De Conto, who you can see going through the chicane, leading this half race distance, the 2015 KZ World Championship. Up the inside goes Marco Ardigol. Whoa, it wasn't pretty. Hanley fought tooth and nail, but he's done it. Looks over his shoulder. Hanley does the same. Who's coming back into contention now? The French driver, and the French crowd know it. Arnaud Kozlinski, kart number 8 in the side kart. As we look at the replay, up the inside, Hanley knew the move was coming. He tried to shut the door. Look at him working the wheel. He gave him space. Ardigol was airborne in that Tony kart. 2 wheels up over the ripple strip of the Italian from grid number 10. Is now in position number 3. Hanley is off the podium. Kozlinski, number 8 in the side kart, powered by the TM engine, the same motor that Ben Hanley is using. Of course, Ardigol has the Vortex engine. De Conto, powered by Maxter. Well, we mentioned that Tony Kart won the world title 12 months ago with Ardigol, but a year before that it was Max Verstappen winning in a CRG kart. CRG still 1 and 2. Bas Lemmers, kart number 11. Well, what could have been if he didn't have to start the pre-final from stone motherless last. He was turned around in one of the heats. He elected to fit slick tyres on a drying track in one of the heats, which was great until it started raining on lap number 4. That put him back last for the pre-final. He got to 16th. From 16th, Bas Lemmers is now up into position 8. Can he take another world championship to add to the one he won in 2010? He's going to have to pass 7 karts in the remaining 9 laps, and I can't see it happening. Can this guy on screen, kart number 2, the reigning world champ, Marco Ardigol from Brescia in Italy, can he win it, or is third the best the Tony Kart can do here this afternoon? Ben Hanley was looking good for a podium spot early in the race, but he's now falling under the clutches of Arnaud Kozlinski. The French crowd willing Kozlinski on at least for a podium spot, even if a win seemingly is out of the question at this point. De Conto across the line one more time. Pex still in second spot. Let's check the times for you. 53.19 for De Conto, 53.16, 53 dead for Ardigol. So Ardigol is fractionally quicker and only thousandths of a second away from breaking in to the 52-second bracket. So Ardigol, third place, is quickest on the track. He's catching the CRGs in front of him, but is he going to have enough time? You can see we have 7.5 laps to go. They go through the back part of the circuit. Kozlinski, while all this has been going on, has been able to get past Ben Hanley. This is the action for 4th and 5th place. Lemmers is also involved in this battle with Jeremy Iglesias, so the Saudi karts, they're fighting there for 6th, 7th and 8th. Ben Hanley's lost another spot. Look at the Saudi kart attack. Douglas Lundberg in the Cosmic kart fights on as well. This is brilliant racing. Hanley, remember, was in 3rd. He finds himself 6th going across the line to complete lap number 15. The French crowd absolutely erupting. They've probably conceded that a victory, barring some sort of catastrophe, is out of the question here this afternoon. But they want to see at least one of their boys up on the podium. Kozlinski currently sits in position number 4. We have an Italian leading a Dutchman, another Italian. Then the 2 French drivers, Kozlinski and Iglesias. There's Ben Hanley, the centre of your screen. Kart number 3. There's Ardigol. He's catching the leaders. Will he have enough time? This is the battle for 4th. Hanley fights valiantly to head off Bas Lemmers. Well, this is a thrilling race. We've got 7 laps to go. Can he do it across the line? The gap is closing now. 0.4 of a second between De Conto and Pex, but it is now less than 2 seconds. In fact, it's down to 1.7 seconds between Ardigol and the leader, De Conto. Well, I hate to say it, but is Ardigol going to catch him? Are we going to see a last lap incident? Can the Frenchman do it from behind? Wow, it's going to be thrilling. We are in the final moments of this race. De Conto Everything under control at this point. Through the back chicane, up on the back straight. Only the second part of the circuit where they put it in 6th gear. There is lap traffic coming into play. Has got the blue flag and does pull out of the way, allowing our leaders to go through. To start lap number 17, it is Paolo De Conto from Joret Pex. Both of them former European champions. Marco Ardigo, well, he's got 3 world titles to his name. Can he make it number 4 here this afternoon? As Andrea Dale makes a move on Rechtreisen for the top 10. Ardigo, he's got the lead down to 1.5 seconds, so he's taken 0.2 of a second out of your race leader last time round. He's got 5 laps remaining. You can see the gap on your screen. First, he has to get past the Flying Dutchman, Joret Pex, for second spot. Then he has to catch his countryman and pass him, Paolo De Conto. These are 3 of the best kart racing drivers in the world fighting out the world title for 2015. The reigning Euro champ Flavio Camponeschi's way down in position number 13 and out of it, as is Tonon in 14th. Lundberg, well, he started from the second row of the grid, but he's back in 8th. Good drive by Jordan Lennox-Lamb while all this has been going on. The Englishman has been charging. He's now up into 9th in the Birrell Art, coming up on the back of Lundberg, Lammers, Hanley and Iglesias. The gap is down to 1.2 seconds, though, from Marco Ardigo. You can see it on screen as they come through the chicane. They go over it. Paolo De Conto gets airborne, smashes through the ripple strips, up through the gearbox. 4th, 5th gear and 6th gear. Right there, you can see him grab it before hard under brakes. Pex has closed right up. We've got 4 laps to go. Be assured, Ardigo will be involved in the fight for the lead in the next 4 laps. Before the checkered flag comes out, it will be 2 CRGs with a Tony Kart right on their tail. The gap last time round, 1.2 seconds, it's down to 0.9. You can see Ardigo from grid number 10 has got the gap down to less than 1 second. Arno Kozlinski, we saw him rocket off the line, but then he faded back to 5th. He's now in 4th with Iglesias behind him. Surely, Arno Kozlinski could not do it from there. Barring some sort of catastrophe, are we going to see Soddy Kart win the World Championship for the first time since David Terrien took the checkered flag at Laval in 1993? We'll find out in just a few moments' time. We've got 2.5 laps remaining. Well, less than that because they're coming across the line. You can see at the top of your screen, this is the start of lap number 20. The gap, you can see it visually, it's down to 0.6 of a second. Ardigo, the Tony Kart is right on the tail of the 2 CRG drivers. Hard under brakes. Let's not forget the engine battle. It is a Maxter engine leading a TM engine, leading a Vortex. 2 CRGs and a Tony Kart. This is thrilling stuff. Over the ripple strip goes Joret Pex, the youngest of these 3 drivers from the Netherlands. Ardigo, look at that. As we predicted, he's now on the tail of the 2 CRG drivers in front. Watch for one huge, spectacular lunge from the Italian right here under brakes. No, not this time. He just wasn't quite close enough. Trails him through. Surely Ardigo will make a move into turn number 1. But this is the last lap of the race. Paolo De Conto is 1 lap away from history here at Le Mans. Pex blocks the inside. Ardigo up the inside. He's going to have a look under brakes, surely. Here goes the Italian. No, he's still not close enough. Paolo De Conto rides the ripple strip. He's now having to defend. What a brilliant line. Up the inside goes Joret Pex. He's through. Marco Ardigo around the outside from grid number 10. For 3 metres, he was in the lead. Your new race leader from the Netherlands is Joret Pex. It is CRG sandwiching in the Tony Kart of the reigning world champion, Marco Ardigo. They're side by side through the chicane. Ardigo's off in the grass. That's cost him. He's out. He cannot win the world title. It's going to be a CRG victory. What a sensational final lap. Who's going to do it? It's going to be the Dutchman. He takes the checkered flag. The world championship goes to Joret Pex. He wins in the CRG from Paolo De Conto. Whoa, what a final lap. Marco Ardigo has put in a brilliant drive to come home.